The level is also a knockout title. Even if Ray-kun's direction is just a hit, it seems like we can win enough without even a year passing since this.
And I will survive. Communication is fun.
It's cold, isn't it?
Welcome to the Pot Pencil Shin. Today we are here at Kizaemon's gym for a special feature. Recently we've been improving Ray-kun's striking effectively. I was thinking it would be good if we could have a discussion all at once after coming to see the practice. Right now, it's a good timing as Ray-kun is coming to the spa. The champion of the breakdown is practicing here in Tenkid. I heard that he's 17 and has a lot of potential as a fighter, so I'm looking forward to it. I heard that Mitsutaro Ueda is winning his debut kickboxing match, and that's why Kizawa-san calls him 10. Ray-kun also says he's really strong, so I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, that's good, that's good. The players are stepping up, they're stepping up.
Yes! Great job, thanks for your hard work. Cue, friend.
We're doing it. Prince Hikaru Nomura and Mr. Nozaki participate in the Prince's boxing debut.
Magari, the prince over there?
What is it?
I can't see the groom, he's not there, it's a flute prince.
The pickpocket is Nozaki's husband. Then the prince was enchanted, from here on out.
It seems like Mr. Nozaki's like that. Whimsical, a prince, ultimately mutual, just like that. Now he's excellent, really excellent. And then he came back.
I really don't like this. This morning it was around 10:30. If it's late, then around 9. What about the spa today? We did rounds. Today we did 6 rounds. 6 rounds. And before that, mid-6 rounds?
Next is mine.
I'm also tired. Todd is the best.
It's tough.
I see.
It's tough in the mid-game of Mr. Kizengo. Sometimes there's a rush, yeah?
That kind of heat can be intense. Today I did some mitt work and boxing sparring. Now I'm off to grappling.
Yes, grappling. Everyone, let me teach you a bit about my techniques.
So...
After that, we'll all do sparring. But again, it's sparring.
yes.
So, how did it go, the sparring grappling? I don't have 5 rapping sparrows, but how about it?
Per week.
I tried attending 3 sparring sessions per week in the mornings, with an additional session on the 4th day.
After doing grappling and all that, is there anything else?
After that, there's weight training today.
I don't think so. Really?
It's tiring all day, but it's fun.
Are you good at teaching?
I'm good at it. It's nice.
I'm doing it with enthusiasm. It feels good. It's a positive coaching style, isn't it?
Instead of saying this is no good, he points out the good parts, saying this was good. That's how it is around here.
Improving is the only way, and I'm surprised by my current progress. Has it not been announced yet?
It hasn't been announced yet, but it will be soon. It's going to be big.
Husband is. You're attending a knockout tournament, correct? You're participating in an enjoyable activity involving tackling and pounding. Tournament.
It's wrestling. Yes, it's wrestling, please.
It's interesting, isn't it? Now,
Day.
Just go.
and months.
It hasn't even been a month, so come tomorrow.
There's also a red-faced Takashi who was troubled by Ray-kun. Everyone is messing around. Please give me a favor, please give me a favor, please give me a favor. There's also this one here.
Please bring the inspection car. Yes. What? Well, it's been happening a lot lately, hasn't it? I hate it when they say I'm 40 or something.
Shin-kun, a year ago. Shin-kun, a year ago. Really a year ago. The age difference is good to see Shin a year ago.
Here.
Only so it here.
It's no good. Or
It's over. Yahon.
indeed, last year 210-4 was said continuously.
No, it's seen as strange.
If I was told it was 24, I would be surprised.
That's not it. That's not it.
So you're saying I aged that much in 1 year? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Because 40 is impossible. Do 40. Too much. Pick, kill. If it becomes 31, 32 younger brothers.
Even so, you don't look young, right? Right?
Is that so? With 2 children, the atmosphere is full of dad vibes.
Recently, my kids say I'm more like a grandpa than a dad. What?
The input text is not Japanese. Please provide the correct text.
They are 4 and 2 years old.
They are cute, aren't they?
4 years old.
The cutest one.
It's a good time indeed. Is it a boy, or a girl? They grow up fast, don't they? I have 4 children, all 4 of them.
Run.
Is that so icy?
Uzo, how do you know? What do you mean by men and women?
Iwa, it's women and men at the top, right? But that's fine. It's balanced, isn't it, Iwa?
You won't let me fight?
I don't think anyone can beat The Rock.
That rock.
Is that okay?
No.
Is that so? Even though I'm the only one talking, why?
The rock is there.
Yes.
Rock, various solutions one by one.
They're scattered around, so the rocks are dirty, aren't they? Lots and lots of rocks.
Rock! Good rocks. Lots and lots of them. True feelings after 30? So after 30, but still, ha 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 ha. Damn, this looks like it's going to be tough. Mountain climbing expedition.
So,
It's a lie.
With 31 or something.
it's so refreshing.
Clear.
Wonderful. I'm 33. If someone said I was 40, I'd be a bit upset.
But you know, on my side,
I look younger.
it's hard.
No, absolutely not. It's absolutely hard.
The rock reacts, and since it's a rock, it ends.
Structure language.
So,
That's what I'm saying. According to Iwa, that's what Iwa said. More than meets the eye, Iwa. What could it be? Iwa says. It's amazing, Iwa. That's what it means.
skilled.
Just don't push yourself too hard.
No matter what, don't listen to them.
I've already accepted it. I've accepted it.
Shinken. Only as a girl from the Orchid, man.
As a woman.
Child. I like going to bars, but I'm not at all like me. I'm just laughing. Don't make such comments about girls, it's very annoying.
We just talked about it, but it's a lot. The champion of breaking down.
That's right.
That person made the gym as a result of his determination.
That's right, I taught something at the first public performance.
Did you have any claims or something? Did you come?
No, I didn't get any. Instead, for my local performance, the mothers of my daughter's friends came.
Friends?
I often meet them and it's like a fun gathering. We laugh a lot, but they're really serious and they can do it properly. I've been feeling down lately. I really want to compete in a breakdancing competition. I think I need to hit the gym.
Right?
You were saying you wanted to compete in a wrestling match, so I thought you were serious. I feel like I want to see you do it.
I made it myself.
How did you get started at first?
I think we were introduced through mutual friends, if I remember correctly. I wanted to become stronger for the fight, something like that. So, Oken, who is a producer, was doing this dance called League, and then he quit and started doing his own style of martial arts, and I thought it was really tough. I thought, do we really need someone to teach us what we've learned from martial arts? So I went with a friend of mine. I was introduced, and I also had something else to do at the gym at that time. I had no idea at all. Well, because a business acquaintance of mine was going to try it out.
I thought I might as well.
I sought a sparring partner and thought that businessman would be suitable, as Ray-kun weighed around 198.416 pounds back then. Is that accurate? It seemed like a good idea, so I wanted to give it a try. 90 kilos?
So now it's around 70 to 80.
Is that so? Now it's probably around 70 kilos, maybe 34 kilos. The match is 7.
I participate at 70 kilos?
The match was with Naoko, who previously competed at 65 kilos. I've been teaching her since she was a beginner. And as she got stronger, I continued teaching her more. She always listened attentively and learned.
That's how it is, you know. I realize that much.
Something like that.
People also end up...
I don't.
There are quite a lot of players, aren't there?
We have a full membership system for our customers. It's a monthly fee system. The monthly fee is 55,000.
Yen.
We have nearly 100 people paying this monthly fee, so it's like that. Introducing 100 people, introducing. Thank you very much.
When you say 100 people, it's certainly a bit of a large space, isn't it?
So it's a bit, isn't it? I'm thinking about making it a bit bigger, considering the location and all. Maybe we should focus on that point a bit more, don't you think?
So is it just Mr. Kizaemon who is doing the training?
And that's why Maken is also there.
Yes.
All the players are there.
I'm teaching them.
But not all members are the same. As I've been saying, there's Naoku and Iwasaki, and there's a kid named Kyosuke who's in Rize. I've been saying that, and there's also a 17-year-old kid who's a trainee. I teach them physical training, absolutely. Martial arts is definitely a contact sport, right? No matter how much technique you have, I think the physically stronger one is better. Even if you have technique, I prefer the ones who are physically strong. I think a physical monster of about a middle school student is definitely stronger. Well, that's how it is. That's why I think muscle training is very important, and I've been doing that kind of thing and studying it for a long time. Even the average person who did that was very strong compared to the average customer. Everyone is just normal. Everyone.
The purpose is...
Each one varies, including body makeup and those for larger individuals. Health is not good, but when you draw it, it's fun, especially because you use your head, so business people and people who like it are great. There are many. People who do things like driving and pulling, winning and losing, and scoring with that are just like boxers and their own business people, and are usually done by spying people. So I thought you were strong.
There are such business people, so it's unfair that business people are strong right away, isn't it? How is Ray-kun's strike?
That's right, Ray-kun is great. Compared to the beginning, he has grown a lot, and I think it's good. However, there are still some issues with his wrestling, so his striking is still a bit off. His way of thinking is completely opposite. The striking I teach is with an opposite stance and structure. Why is it still like that? I think that's why his bad habits haven't been completely eliminated yet. But if he can get rid of them, he has the potential to become a champion, even with just his striking. Ray has a high potential. That's why he can reach the striking fly class at his level.
Well, everyone knows it's Asakura, right?
I'm practicing too, and he's practicing too if it was the level of his striking. Even if it's just his striking, he can win enough in less than a year. I can definitely say this.
It's
exciting, isn't it?
Do you have a good sense, Kunst-strike?
So, you're saying he's a player who stands at the top in amateur competition, just like a batting player. The potential of such players is indeed high. Buddy. Karate, wrestling, judo, all of them, just because there are many people, it doesn't mean that you can be the best in those fields. It's not just about potential, it's about continuous effort. Isn't that proof enough? Martial arts and motor skills are important, but the most crucial skill is the ability to consistently repeat the same action.
Force.
Called power.
Continue.
Continuation power is very important. So there's Ray-kun, who is amazing there, but I think there's also the Royal Navy and such, but overwhelmingly, I wonder if Ray-kun is higher or the things he holds are higher. I still think. He's young, still young, and having someone to teach you is incredibly important, I think. Striking techniques are important, and so are grappling techniques, I think, but in that respect, I'm very good at teaching, so I have some confidence there.
I never thought I'd create a team and lead it myself, Miyagi.
Even if it's close, Miyagi, I really like martial arts. Even if it's close, I can't turn my eyes away from martial arts. What's wrong with Miyagi? If it's not good, Miyagi, martial arts are quite popular now. But when I was active, Miyagi, martial arts weren't on TV, they were private, and they were called martial artists. Miyagi, there were many people who had regrets, so Miyagi, I came out to Tokyo and saw that sparkling world. And at that time, I turned my eyes away and collapsed in private, and the life of martial arts didn't go well. That's the image. That's why it's so much. There was no such thing as a gym for martial arts, but now if you work hard in martial arts and get results, it's not worth burning, isn't it? I think it would have been better if I had done it more seriously. On the contrary, I think there are no martial artists who have not failed in various ways, so that's it. I think I can tell you, but the athletes, because they are athletes, go in strange directions. I think I just have to do it so that it doesn't happen. I think it's a big deal, really. I think it's a big deal, martial arts. I think it's a mental sport. That's why it's so important.
My own
Failure is born.
from...
I'm gone.
I think it will certainly be that the failure was not in vain, right? I beg you, Ray-kun.
Ray-kun, I'm truly Ray-kun. I'm thinking of becoming the first Japanese champion, so that's something. I'm not worried at all.
Yes.
I think Ray is quite strong in his class.
I'm glad you say that. I wish you'd keep saying it. Because I've been saying it all along.
Despite being my first practice with Ray, I was drenched. I even traveled to America to practice, showing my dedication. I became a champion a little while ago, doing things like sparring. Oh, what? It felt like I had plenty of time, that's what I was thinking. Even from being an ice striker, I became a champion, so I was winning. There's no way to say such a thing. There were times when I was surprised when I practiced with various players, but the first time I practiced with you, Lee, I was really surprised. I thought, what's with this kid? This kid is something else. For the first time, I was wondering how to win. If I had a match with this kid, how should I win? I was really surprised by his sleeping technique, and I thought it was amazing that he was so fast that I couldn't escape. But when it comes to standing up, I get in. No.
Strike.
When I was able to hit, sometimes the timing was right. That's all I can think of.
I couldn't think of anything else.
On the contrary, if I didn't even get a hit, then I'm thinking that I can't go on like this. So now I'm going to teach Ray a lesson and beat him up. Because Ray is here, I'll strengthen my horse ticket business and attack. Even regarding this, it's really good, but I'm thinking first and foremost about doing things that won't be a burden to me.
Alex, I'm excited for your future. You're likely to achieve great success along with your lifestyle.
Because it's part of the deal.
This is pretty cheap.
I want to reassure you, even Ray has his own problems and is not perfect either.
Well, it's a discovery.
He has a way with words and is popular, isn't that right?
That's why they're...
Just a little failure there.
I won't do it.
Delicious. Sakuma, I can eat this with pleasure.
Finally, when I hear this, I wonder why, but do you have any goals or purposes? That thing at the gym.
I feel extreme pleasure.
Right.
Yes, the extreme pleasure was great in the past, but it seems to be everywhere I go. Now it's a bit reduced, right? But I couldn't catch up with that era. Speaking of fitness, the information has been increasing gradually.
And there.
Because it didn't fit in time, I think it gradually got worn out and became useless.
However...
What about me? I feel like I'm in full bloom in a modern way. I want to create something like fitness, but if I say things like body makeup or yoga, Pilates, or even CrossFit, I might be denied and told off. But more than any fitness, I prefer martial arts. And the technique of, exists. I think sports like soccer and baseball that don't have fitness are competitions that use objects, but martial arts are sports that use your own body, so they're physical, and there's a sense of distance and such. There's also timing, so it's something from the dawn of time. There are martial arts, but I don't think there are any sports with as much technique. Like if a martial artist, even if they're not good at martial arts, has the same passion for bodybuilding as they do for martial arts, I think they could become a champion if they study a bit.
I think...
Even if a fighter does a CrossFit, if he thinks it's enough and does it, he'll pop to the top.
I think I can do it.
Yes, like bodybuilding, yoga, and Pilates. No, I'm not denying that it's bright and cheerful, like body make, Pilates, and so on. I think we, who are doing martial arts, are doing more real and more intense things than those who are doing body make or Pilates. That's why I think we should learn more about things other than martial arts even after we retire as fighters and lead the fitness industry. I think it would be better if we, the fighters, did that. So I want to create a gym like that.
I want to make...
I'm thinking of wanting to make a lot, but I also love children. So my main goal is to teach martial arts to children. I think children are honest and people are a reflection of their surroundings. That's why I want to create an environment around me. Just how many good people are there?
Well,
there are various people. But those who can teach children when they are young and convey various things throughout their lives. Meet people, encounter people. Martial arts changed my life. I believe it's valuable to introduce martial arts to children and others, not just to create martial artists, but to provide diverse experiences. I aim to promote martial arts by effectively sharing its benefits. If I hadn't done it, I would have. It resonates more with the general public than specializing. That's why jiu-jitsu has become popular in America and other places. I think in the future, I would like to include things like jiu-jitsu. I really think that martial arts is a wonderful sport.
It's really rare. Truly rare.
Shimin.
I think people are aware of it. But it's not boxing. It's not kickboxing. It's not A. There are times when a boxer comes as a guest. There are A players. There are kickboxers. But there are few people who think about martial arts as a whole. There are few people who want to push their own competition.
Isn't it? If you're a boxer, it's boxing.
If you're into boxing, you'd want it to flourish, or if you're into A, then A.
Becomes more. Well, I might find it a bit difficult, but I do boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, and even grappling. I think it's better for a fighter to be able to do anything, you know. As a mixed martial artist, I only do kickboxing, and as a boxer, only boxing. It's a hassle, but like tension, I do boxing, mixed martial arts, and kickboxing. Well, there is a time to focus on each one, so it's not a big deal. I considered trying kickboxing or mixed martial arts since they seem trendy, and I thought I could make easy money like Tenjin. They appear to be trending in my perception for some reason. I wondered if that could be profitable.
See,
I thought I'd do it because there's something that can make money. I think it's good if you can remember everything about being a fighter. And if you can do everything, you can teach anything after you retire, right? You can teach judo, or if you can do groundwork, you can teach grappling and so on. You won't starve, you won't go broke as long as you can do that. It's hard to master various weapons, but I think it's easy to learn. Each has its own values, so think about each one. In the past, Japan often pursued 2 swords, but there was a saying that 1 sword was enough. I disagree, as I wouldn't use 2 swords even if I had them. I think people will definitely come out. So, is Otani doing that in baseball? Because martial arts information is overflowing now. There is various information from various information. If you choose good things, you will update them gradually.
You can keep going.
Because I'm a fighter. Only boxing, kicking boxing.
It's not.
And isn't it good if I can compete in everything? I think it's gonna be tough, though.
Yes.
It's not easy. But even among those, I think it's best to go to the extreme or find what suits me.
The whole thing is...
It's better to do it all, or something like that. As a kickboxer, I'm disappointed to not be seen as a real fighter. Kickboxing is popular and profitable, but even though there's no such thing, a kickboxer who only does kickboxing, what am I then? Don't worry, just think about yourself. When I think about that kid's life, I don't just go with the flow and make money. I think everyone would be unhappy if they didn't. I've done a lot of kickboxing and other martial arts, and I know how hard it was back then. I think that if you don't make money, you won't be happy at all, and you'll be unhappy. With me burning up as a kickboxer, only Takeru comes to mind as someone who could do it. It's impossible if everyone becomes like him. That's why I went to boxing with a sense of tension. It's a bit of a mess. While Tenshin may have no opponents in kickboxing, if it doesn't lead to financial success, he might be squandering his potential. So, I'm just doing it for the money in boxing. And there are also kids I taught in Osaka, and there are kids who are active in things like Risen. But even if they quit martial arts, I like those kids, so I'm still in touch with the kids who quit. I think I've done my best as a teacher. But I think it's good. I want to enjoy life. I want to live.
Well, I'm working hard, so I think the part where I'm working hard will pay off. That's the best position.
I think so.
And so...
That's right. The person who did it is only changing as much as they did, but I think it's not good to just try hard. So I'm thinking about not meeting a good guide, but I can't judge whether that's good or bad, can I? Martial arts. From there, I think I want to raise it to the level where I can see around me, and I don't think I'm absolutely right. So, on the contrary, I go to practice, listen to how it was done, and listen to any teaching methods, or normally, and I also study more.
I'm thinking of martial arts as a job. That's where I'm at with this competition.
I'm saying I love it.
Which one is the most cost-effective, you say?
Cool da.
If it was a kick, I'd sing. If it was boxing, I'd sing.
I think I like martial arts because I really think about it. If we don't do that, it becomes a sad reality for the kids who love martial arts and are dreaming of becoming a professional. The truth is, only a handful of people are really making a living from martial arts.
It's a tough world. Even though there are champions of breakdown.
Put
that child in A. So...
I also wanted to put Kunao in A. I think there's a stage where Naokun can shine even more, and I want to make that happen.
Not in a bad way.
Raijin or whatever, it's all good. I mean, I do think about it a lot, but I think Naokun should become a professional wrestler or something.
Is that so?
My mentor, Ibushi, is here, and because he's here, he's producing me, and I'm wrestling, and I'm doing it in front of a lot of people in a big ring. As a fighter, I think I should do this. Because I've done pro wrestling before.
In pro wrestling.
I've teamed up with people like Ibushi Kota.
And I've been on TV.
I've had experiences like that, and they were really fun. So, wrestling is tense. So, looking at that atmosphere, if I do this in the atmosphere, it will rise. If I do this, it will rise, and I don't know what to do. I think it's absolutely necessary for a professional martial arts match. I think I've become a great study, but I still don't fit in.
Good.
I think I'll shine if I do things like professional wrestling, but I still think I'll shine.
That's a unique way of thinking, isn't it?
Pro wrestling. I absolutely think it's good and fun. I just want to try it.
Ah, wait a minute. Let me experience it.
I have no other choice but to do this. I think it's cool to say I'm gonna do this, even though I can do everything. I really like it. Yes, but I think it's best if the child chooses what they want to do after trying everything. I think they should think about where they can win, and I will help and support them in their thinking.
That being said, the person themselves will ultimately make the decision.
The place they want to do it.
Decide.
If you decide.
Amekya, a potential high 17-year-old boy, his name is.
Kota kunis.
He wants to do kickboxing. Is that okay?
If Miyachika wants to do kickboxing, I'll support him and teach him the reality of the sport. It's a choice he would make. There are paths like this and things like this I think you should consider. Miyachika, we married and had children. I want to provide them with good meals and education. Even if you did kickboxing, it's not your limit. I believe you can go much further than you think you can. I wonder if Miyachika can have such a dialogue. If you were going to choose here, you should have chosen.
If I like it, it's good.
Even if I think about it, I won't choose. If it was me, I would say that I would answer.
That's it. Nodaka, you appear frequently on this channel.
Ah, Nadaka, right? That kid is amazing, isn't he?
Well, he's a fighter.
As a fighter.
He's not strong.
I mean, I've probably never seen that kid in a movie or anything. Just a glimpse, I haven't seen him, but that kid. I think he's also strong in boxing.
Probably.
I guess he can probably do boxing too normally.
Boxing.
Everyone says that, don't they? I'm a boxer too.
Ah, I did it.
I said it.
It seems like if I did Nazakun, I'd do boxing or mixed martial arts, right? Well, I want to see mixed martial arts, but what is this? Even if I did Nazakun, I'd go boxing. Boxing is fine. Even at that level in age, it doesn't matter. A person? Because there's no other way. Even if you become a world champion with that boxing, how far can you go from a lightweight boxer? How far can you burn? How far can you go?
I can be quite normally matched in terms of weight with tension.
If I acted as Nazakun did.
I would constantly chase after angels. I often say this, but I never want to leave the trials I've already faced.
Why is that?
I love it immensely, and can think of nothing else.
I'm Nazakun. What do your father and mother do for a living there?
I don't know that.
I see. So your father and mother aren't wealthy, are they? No, it's not.
I wonder how it is.
Come on.
Please teach me, but I think it's okay up to that point, but it doesn't mean I'm rich.
The impression is later. What's the matter?
Iowa Sports.
Iowa Sports Gym is certainly for the wealthy, right?
Well, it's a luxurious gym, isn't it?
That's why I quit after a while. Ah, I see. You really struggled with that, didn't you?
No.
I've never had any trouble with money. I've been quite well off. Even when I was in elementary school, I didn't have to go to a school where I had to walk. Even if my father, a ship operator, died, my life changed drastically. I became poor all at once. So, I was a bit mischievous after that.
Home.
I went out, had kids early, and went through a lot of tough times, probably. If there's an environment where you can do what you love, that's good in its own way.
I wonder.
If you're doing something because you love it, you won't have any trouble with it. I wonder if it's okay to keep doing that. But then again, I wonder if I could have done the same thing when I was a child. But I think it's okay for me to tell my child to do what they love. If I'm passionate about it, it should be fine.
And yes.
But there are more people who don't seem to be doing that, aren't there?
Yes.
So that's something. I feel heavy.
It's interesting, isn't it? Are you being drawn into the fight you were practicing?
Yeah, I'm retired. I guess my eyes aren't so good anymore.
So...
Because I can't see well, I probably haven't been able to fight properly since my 20s or 30s. I can't draw well, and I can't concentrate well either.
So that's the rhythm of life.
Things like my lifestyle, private things, when I was in an environment where I could concentrate, the images and times remain, but they are completely different. When I saw the image of a good time by myself, I thought I could never do this movement again in this environment. I thought I should stop, and I did. That's it.
What I wanted to ask was, during your active career, was your motivation mostly about money?
Until my mid-20s, my goal was to make a name for myself using martial arts, to get my name known in the world. I didn't think at all about wanting to become a champion in martial arts from the beginning. I chose martial arts as part of my environment and lifestyle at the time. If I had to say, I started martial arts thinking I would become like Director Ishii or Director Matsui, which is a bit different from other athletes.
That's interesting, isn't it?
But continue.
The reason why it continued is because...
The reason why it continued is because I like martial arts, and it's fun to do it. Isn't it fun to do it? And when I was in my early 20s, I had pride in leaving my mark. and I was burning with martial arts.
I say Pura.
I was a proud martial artist. I regretted my reaction at the time and always wanted to revisit it. I was able to do it consistently purely because of my love for the art.
It's funny, I can't say it often. Yeah. In the end, I appeared in the breakdown.
Well, I was really planning something. I wanted to do it from the start because I had an idea. It's crucial to have someone who can guide you through the process. I get nervous during my own matches. The level of nervousness would vary based on my personality at the time. Even with trust, it's important to practice to perform well.
What?
Because such things have accumulated, there are times when I can't believe in myself. Who should I trust? It's not good if I don't trust myself, but I want to lean on someone like a trainer at such times. The environment is important, but during the match, it's just me. When I say a good trainer, it might sound bad, but I never met a good trainer who could believe in me. I couldn't believe in myself, and I kept playing matches without being able to believe in myself. I had a lot of close calls, but my opponent was simply bigger. So, if I had to say, I was like Ray-kun or someone at the same level as A, even though I say it was close, I probably did it normally. I probably did it, but probably. If it's Ray-kun or C-kun, I think I would lose under the breaking down rule.
Yes, that's right. Usually.
I would definitely lose in general. I don't think so, but there was no one around to witness it. And there were also such failures.
Isn't it?
Yes.
A failure, huh? I don't really understand, but why did you want to stand out?
When I really wanted to bring out Naokun, I thought I should talk about it. Even for the sake of bringing out Naokun.
Once.
I thought.
It's a big deal, isn't it? I started to get worried.
It was good that Okun started to come out from there.
I thought so. Well, isn't that the case? You haven't achieved your goal, have you?
I want to do it with Naokun and A, but I want to do it with Naokun and Kawata. I'll teach you, but even if you do Shoga falls down because it was quick, that's it. Usami Sho, Patrick A, hi, I was teaching. Originally A.
I see.
Why is that? Since they were kids, Naokun and Kota have been really good at teaching, but they've become incredibly strong, everyone. They're young, aren't they? Right now I'm really happy. There was a time when I was really... Honestly, my martial arts skills are completely useless in my personal life since I'm a man.
But even so, there are people like the head of the martial arts club who can teach me, or trainers or something. They're indispensable.
I think they're indispensable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I don't need them now. It's strange, but that might be the most important thing. I'm pretty okay now. I'm not completely clueless about martial arts.
Get up.
Ren and Mikuru are present, and the current martial arts trend is likely due to Mikuru's influence. It's thanks to Asakura Mikuru, but also because of her. Like Mr. Hiramoto, I really like that girl.
Good evening.
I'm unconscious, but I really like this martial art. I can convey that I like it very much personally, and it's fun to step back and watch.
But you know, I really love martial arts.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's really great. I think that's probably a good thing, Hiramoto, something like that. Are there times when you're written or spoken about in a bad way? What am I saying? I can't even have a conversation, but I'm probably a good person, especially strong. I'm great at dealing with that. I'm a bit greedy, but overall a good kid.
He's been coming out recently, right? The impression of being Hiramoto is strong, but in the world, there are places where he's a bit too much of a character, and that's why he's been noticed.
I think it's just plain stupid. Keep living.
To live, ability.
It's highly capable, but not very flashy. It has many corners though, lol.
There are specific names and such, right?
It's hard to put out, isn't it?
Will Ii Sensimato take the shot? Hiramoto and Masaki.
I want to go to a noisy place like I used to. I want to be more flashy. I want to be there. If there is a person who can change me, even if I die. If there is no such person. It's really scary sometimes. That's right.
Please don't put it on. Is this bad? Bad.
It's no good, right? Why is it bad?
It's no good. It's no good.